to the second episode of KGC News. An amazing thing happened this week. We noticed something that happened in space 800 million light years away from Earth. A big black hole just ate a smaller black hole, or a neutron star. Two massive objects that had been spiraling around each other for eons came together and caused such an outburst of energy that it literally shaped the fabric of space-time. A neutron star is a star that is made from neutrons. A neutron is a tiny particle inside an atom. Gravitational waves are ripples in space-time that are made when massive compact objects merge. This was predicted by Einstein's theory of general relativity. Just to explain how heavy the material is on a neutron star, think about a cup of tea filled with this material. It would be heavier than the entire Himalayas. Black holes are the strangest things ever. It is a space where matter has collapsed in on itself. In other words, a black hole is a place where gravity is so strong that even light can't escape it. That is why you can't see inside of a black hole. This time, we saw the most lopsided mass ratio we've ever seen. One of the objects was 23 times the sun's mass, making it very definitely a black hole. But the other object was a lot lower in mass, between 2.5 and 2.67 suns, and had the characteristics of a neutron star. This is why we don't know if it's a massive neutron star that is bending light or the smallest black hole ever recorded.
Right now, Yemen is facing the worst humanitarian crisis ever. Conditions have worsened from the impact of the world pandemic, COVID-19. But that's not the only obstacle Yemen is facing. Since 2015, Yemen has been trying to resolve its own civil war, combat Saudi Arabia, and tackle a deadly cholera outbreak. The country's broken economy has only worsened the situation. Over 25% of the population has been classified as malnourished. That's 30 million people. They also lack basic services such as health, judicial, and education systems. With their abusive security forces, the situation seems to be worsening by the day. As we can see here, this is what Yemen looked like 10 years ago, as opposed to what it looks like now, due to the ongoing Saudi-Yemen war. Yemen has seen over 20,100 airstrikes. According to data collected in 2018, they have an average of one airstrike every 99 minutes. Thousands have died from both the wars and deadly diseases. To help, please donate to UNICEF, who is doing the absolute best they can to help these troubled citizens. We're proud to announce that Washington's response average to the census is higher than the national average. King County, Snohomish County, and Thurston County are exceptionally impressive. But that doesn't mean we can rest yet. Not until we have 100% participation. So please make sure to fill out the census. Census ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਭਰਨਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ census ਦੀ data ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੀ community ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ representation ਅਤੇ ਮਦਦ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ.
For an update on the coronavirus, the USA is still struggling to bring down new COVID-19 cases. As we can see here from this US map, although numbers were starting to go down late in May, they've spiked back up recently. This trend is alarming. In Washington state, the pattern is similar. There were 490 new cases of COVID-19 on June 25th alone, and over 619 on June 19th. As these maps show, the virus is not over. We need to be as careful as ever. Please remember to wash hands often, wear a mask, and social distance when possible. On a slightly more positive note, there were over 180 companies who are actively working on a vaccine. An effective vaccine could be possible before the end of the year. As for Washington state, the governor has announced that the state will not be moving on to stage 4, which is opening everything back up, until the numbers go down significantly. Washington state has also, as of this last Friday, the 26th, made it mandatory to wear a mask in public. That is now state law. As we can see from these infographics, masks are important. Wearing a mask and social distancing reduces risk significantly. So mask up, Washington.
#SINGH was blocked on March 7th by Facebook and Instagram. Facebook organized a meeting with both national and international Sikh organizations to explain what had happened and apologize to the Sikh community. In the state of Washington, Khalsa Gurmat Center was one of the organizations included. Facebook reassured the community that they would set up a review process to try preventing something like this happening in the future. Due to public outcry in early June, 3 months after it had been banned, it was finally unblocked. As we can see, many public figures raised their voices to make this change. Facebook's shares also dropped $56 billion after some major companies like Unilever and Coca-Cola pulled their ads, joining companies such as Dove, Honda, and Ben & Jerry's. They are giving their support to the hashtag Stop Hate for Profit campaign. Due to this huge loss, Facebook finally promised to have tighter restrictions on advertising and posts that can be considered discriminating based on race and faith, especially from public figures.
In an unfortunate turn of events, a Sikh-owned restaurant in Santa Fe, New Mexico was broken into and vandalized with racial slurs and white supremacist messages. Police are now investigating and have rightfully classified it as a hate crime. There was another hate crime against an elderly Sikh man in Jefferson County, Colorado. 2 months have passed and Lakhvinder Singh has yet to see any justice. There's a call to action by Sikh Coalition to email the Jefferson County prosecutor so that they understand that Sikhs all around the world are watching their actions and will hold them accountable until they press charges. On June 17th, JAGMEET Singh was temporarily expelled from the House of Commons for calling another MP racist and then declining to apologize. The MP blatantly refused to sign a motion that would recognize systemic racism in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Later, JAGMEET Singh's own opposition, Justin Trudeau, put out a statement in support of talking about systemic racism, even if it makes some people uncomfortable.
This right here is Anmol Kaur Narang. She is the very first Amritdhari Sikh woman in the U.S. military. Originally from Georgia, she recently graduated from West Point, a prestigious U.S. military academy. We are very proud of her and the example she sets for other young Sikh women.
Stay tuned next Sunday for the next episode of KGC News. See you there.